Who was the first person Jesus ever healed? What was the first miracle that Jesus ever performed? Well, most people think it was when he turned water into wine at that wedding in Cana. But that's not true. The first person Jesus ever healed was actually his own brother, James. Okay, so let me explain. As you know, Jesus grew up with 4 brothers and 2 sisters. And one of those brothers, whose name was James, became a leader of the church after Jesus ascended to heaven. He even wrote a letter to the early church, which we have in our Bible today. But before all that happened, James didn't believe in Jesus. In fact, the Bible says that even when Jesus began doing miracles, his own brothers and sisters didn't believe in him. They thought he was crazy. And he said, "You sell my stuff and we'll use that money to buy more stuff." So his family did what he said and they started selling his stuff. And then while they were selling his stuff, people came up to them and said, "Hey, where's this Jesus guy?" And they were like, "Oh, he's over there teaching." So they went and they heard him teach. And when they came back, they said, "Hey, where can we buy this stuff from? Where can we get more of this stuff?" And Jesus' family was like, "Oh yeah, well, if you want more of this stuff, just come find him." So they left again and they went and found Jesus and they started asking him questions about stuff. Probably things like, where do you get these amazing teachings? What's the secret to your success? Kind of like when someone comes to you and asks you, how do you get such great content every week? Jesus talked to them for a bit, but then he looked at them and he said something that shocked them. He said, "Unless you guys believe, you will never understand." And then he did something else that shocked them. He performed his first ever miracle right there in front of them. And this is what it was. See, when they didn't believe him, Jesus took all the silver that they had gotten from selling his stuff and he gave it to them. And then he said, "Take this money and go buy what you need." And they were like, "What? Why are you giving us this money? We got this money by selling your stuff." And Jesus was like, "Yeah, I know, but take this money and go buy what you need." So they did. And when they came back with what they bought, Jesus said, "Hey, look, now I can help you." And that's when it hit them. They realized, wait a second, we do not need to sell his stuff anymore because he has gone now take care of us. This was the first miracle that Jesus ever did. He paid for his family's needs. You see, the world loves stories of how Jesus healed people and how he fed people and how he raised people from the dead. And those are great stories. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes we forget that Jesus also took care of people's needs, and that was his first miracle, taking care of his family's needs. So let's remember that as we share the gospel with others. Let us make sure that we talk about how Jesus meets both physical needs as well as spiritual needs. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to click the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, we have a new way for you to partner with us and help us grow. Click the link in the description and become a partner today. I'll see you next time.